Hi anybody, I'm Luppi and we're gonna play some more Mario Minecraft. It feels like it's been a while. I'm using a different setup, and a different set of things. My office chair broke that I was using. I don't know how it happened. It was just one of those things that happens. Like the seat part started sliding off the flat part that attaches to the pole thingy. So that's no good. And then my headphones broke, so that sucks. That was just like I just used them a lot, so eventually the plastic bits, because they were pretty cheap, just kind of fell apart. It's too bad. I really like them. I might just I just need to see if I can buy a second set on Amazon, because the one I'm using now was supposed to be the replacement for it, but it's a little different. I don't know. The set I'm wearing now blocks a lot of the sound out, so it's kind of weird. Like on my end, it's a little echoey, I guess, for my end. I don't know. It's weird to describe, like, the sound being blocked, but also not being blocked. I don't know if we want to cut down trees. I don't know what we want to do. I did move a lot of my consoles around too, just so I could access them better. And that required me moving my computers and my mic around. So, if my commentary is too loud or too quiet, that's just a consequence of that. I tried really hard to get it to be kind of okay, but you never know how things are gonna go until you're literally doing them. Oh my god, I'm hearing that squishing and I'm distracted. What was I doing? We're going to make an axe? Or multiple axes if we have the stuff? I don't think we got the stuff. We can check up here though, I guess, right? Oh my god, I'm not enjoying hearing squishy twomps. We do have wood. Nice. Wait, we got a lot of stuff. Yikes. We don't need this. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll make some more whatevers. But for now... Wait, I already... That's dirt. Okay. I'm just going insane. I should have had this prepared beforehand. I don't know. But yeah, it's been a lot of changes happening. And I guess that's what I get. Did you guys have a good Thanksgiving? If you celebrate the Thanksgiving. Oh, we have sticks. I'm a fool. I had an okay one. I was really tired that week. I had to work I basically had to work that entire week. It was 6 days in a row, which isn't very fun for the volume of stuff we get on Thanksgiving. And one of the days, one of the guys called off, so we were down a person, and that really stung. I don't know. That guy also called off twice this week, so I don't know. I would hope management gets a hold of him, not just to give him a stern talking to, but to just find out what's going on with him. Like, does he like the job? Is he still willing to work? I don't know. It's not really my business as a coworker to do that, but I feel like it's management's business to kind of get on people or demotivating the team by not showing up consistently. It was an issue before too with him. And I get it, life happens, and the job we work is it's a crap job, that's what it is. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. If you don't have to work in retail, don't. That'd be my advice. Do anything you can to not work fast food or retail. People don't respect you. It's the same stuff every day. And when it's not the same stuff, usually that's worse. Usually it's worse. I don't know. It's a magical place where retail is a magical place. That's where I'll leave it. So that's my complaints about my job, my real life. I had a good Thanksgiving. I was tired, but like I got to see family. Got to play some games I don't usually get to play. But I didn't really get any work done, so that kind of sucks too. I am trying to play catch up. I'm always playing catch up. I do too much. I want to play too many games. I love games too much. That's what it is. That's my issue. Someday maybe I'll take that love of video games and I'll make one. I don't know how. I don't understand programming at all. Or even the really easy like game making environments that are basically like you just plug things in and then just tell it what to do. Like that can get kind of confusing. Like I've played RPG Maker before. I've never made a full RPG. Like, and part of that's just like your vision gets too big and like, or you have an idea that doesn't really fully translate into what RPG Maker, at least the 3DS version. I haven't played the Switch version. Like, I don't know. Maybe I need to have more, what's the word I want to say? I need to have a more realistic grasp of what I can and can't do in these kinds of things. But, I don't know. I feel like that kind of thinking just leads you to making the same kind of game everybody else makes, you know? And we're here for new gaming experiences, right? Even though we play Minecraft and Animal Crossing exactly the same way every time, right? My Smash Bros. Gameplay is only, it's only different because I'm always panicking or frustrated while playing. I had some good Smash though over Thanksgiving. Turns out if you turn on items, I can actually win without crying. I don't know. I remember when I was a kid, there really wasn't like the conversation around Smash Bros as there is now. Like it's really very much like casual versus like the competitive or tournament seekers, the professional, the professional play. Back in the day, you didn't really have that. Like, it was there. Like, you had your no fun people. Like, with Melee, you had your, Fox only, no items. No, it's no items, Fox only, final destination. Oh my goodness, yeah. What a horrible way to live. But, like, it makes sense. Like, if that's what the zenith of gameplay is, like, that's what people are going to try to do. Or going to try to force to happen. I don't know. I think that's kind of I would say that's the failing of Melee, is that a lot of characters aren't viable at all. And that a lot of characters who should have been really cool aren't fun, you know? Which is something I really have to give Smash Ultimate credit for. Like, so far in my playing of, what, like, 1/5 of all the characters so far, like 1/6. So far I've found them all to be pretty fun. I'm sure, like, different characters are gonna be different depending on, like, especially the DLC characters for Smash 4 and Smash Ultimate. Like, their gimmicks can make or break how you enjoy it. Like, if you're a fighting game champion, if you're a fighting game aficionado, you're going to love Ryu and Ken and Kazuya. Jeez, I almost screwed up his name. But if you don't, like, it can be really hard to do the combos because Smash Bros. Is kind of a party game. I don't know, whenever people start talking about it very seriously, I just have to kind of stand back and laugh because it's a glorified party game. Like, and it's cool that it's got such wide applicability where, like, yeah, even professional, like, hardcore people can enjoy it and play it in a tournament setting. Like, that's really cool. But I think trying to make it so that the only way people play is, like, no items, no seriousness, Gotta know all your characters' combos and stuff. Like I don't know. Like kids play this game. Like let people have fun. And naturally, most people don't have that attitude of like my way of playing is the only right way. But you do see it in some like communities, and you do see it in like certain people where like they're very much against the idea of people playing with items, or heaven forbid, you actually turn on Special Smash. I don't know. I feel like if the game's got it, you might as well try it out. You never know if you like it. Like I think the Special Smash is really cool for like the low gravity and like slowing down time stuff you can do. Like having the game in slow-mo is really cool for learning combos, I would say. It can screw up people, like, people hated Brawl for tripping and stuff, but I feel like it's a tool. And more than that, it's also just it's an additional option. It's bonus. You don't have to do it. You don't have to like it. If you don't want sprinkles or nuts on your ice cream sundae, like, you don't have to have it. You can just have your vanilla or your mint or your chocolate or whatever, And if you want to share it, or if you don't, you just want it by yourself, that's okay too. Like, Smash Bros. Is an applicable game with a lot of different ways to play it. Most of which are really frustrating. That's my feelings on Smash Bros. I love it, but like the way people talk about it is hilarious, and like there's just so many ways you can be really bad at the game where it's frustrating if you are bad, Or it's frustrating if you get caught in a rut of like only going for like, I don't know, like there's certain gameplay like mechanics that can like lead you astray, Don't focus only on your big bad special move. Or your special moves in general, like your standard like A and B moves are pretty good. Or your standard just A moves are pretty good. Your B moves are your special moves, unless you change your controller settings around. I don't really do that, because I get confused. Like, I'll tell myself, like, I'll look and I'll be like, yeah, and this is the new setup. And then I'll just act like I've still got the old setup. I'm dumb like that. Yeah, that's an unprompted Smash Bros. Rant. I'll probably go on a few more. Whenever. I like talking about Smash Bros. Like I'm some sort of old wizard who's seen it from the beginning. Played them all. Loved most of them. Honestly, Smash for Wii U is probably the one I've played the least. Part of that was just when it came out, like, my house got broken into shortly afterwards. Or was it? No, it was before. So, like, I didn't even have my Wii U at the time. And, like, I was hiding all the games I was buying. Like, we were going to get broken into again. Like, I don't know. If you've never experienced, like, having your stuff stolen or having your space be violated, it's kind of traumatizing. Like, it definitely sticks with you for a while. So, I don't know. I'm kind of realizing after the fact that maybe my roommates and I should have gone to, like, therapy after that, because we went a little crazy. We were a little crazy, but at the same time, like, my roommates lost, like, their school computers and, like, all their movies and games and stuff. Like, it was bad. It was really terrible. And meanwhile, like, whoever broke into our house was like, yeah, this guy's got a lot of games and stuff, but it's all Nintendo. And, like, that's not gonna sell for crap. So, oh well. Lucky me. Either that or they already filled up their boxes or bags or whatever. I don't know. Or their arms. Maybe they just carried it all out. I have no idea. But yeah. That's an experience I hope nobody has to really go through. It really does suck to, like, just be doing a normal day and get a phone call from, like, your roommate. Like, oh, hey, man. did you hear that we got broken into? And it's like, no, I did not. How bad is it? And it's like, well, the other guys lost everything. And it's like, they lost everything. That's pretty bad. And it wasn't like everything, but like their technology was pretty much just gone. Like I said, like school laptops and computers, movies and games, like basically anything that would sell. Like, I don't know. That's just, it's wild to me. But we did live in a kind of a bad part of town. But I feel like all of us had lived in bad parts of town, like not the entire time we lived in the area for like college, but like on and off. Every time I lived with those guys, we were kind of in like sketchy areas pretty much. But that one finally had consequences, I guess. Probably should have put up some curtains, I guess. Like that's probably the thing that made it really easy. Like all of us were gone during the day at the same times, and we didn't have any curtains, so they could just see like, oh yeah, these guys have TVs and consoles and whatever's. Like, I don't know. Like, it's not good to victim blame, but like a level of not perseverance, but vigilance. That's the word, vigilance. Really does help. Like, obviously, it'd be really great if people just didn't steal, but in a world where people do, sometimes all you can do is just make sure you're less of a target. Or never give people an idea of like all the cool stuff you've got that they could just walk off with really easy peasy, you know? But I don't know, I feel like we've gone on like two different serious in their own way rants, one being way more serious about life and stuff. The other one was a Smash Bros rant. Man, I wish I had more to talk about. You know, this is talking about another game that's not Minecraft, but Animal Crossing City Folk is way better than I remember it being. Like, when I first played it when it came out, I didn't like it at all. Playing with the Wiimote and like having to point at things for like menus and stuff really kind of took me out of it. But as an adult who doesn't really care about the waggle and stuff and the point and click, like it's fine. Like I appreciate that it's basically like a dolled up, prettier version of City Folk. Or not City Folk, Wild World. Jeez, man, like I'm getting oh yeah, City Folk is a dolled up version of City Folk, of course. Games are just dolled up versions of themselves. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I think what I enjoyed the most is like the bugs and the fish are a lot easier to catch in this game than they are in Wild World. So I've been zooming through my my stuff. Like at this point, the only thing I'm really concerned about would be honestly just making sure that we have some grass by the time I'm done playing, and would be another thing. And the paintings. Yeah. I don't know if I'll have all the paintings. What am I hearing? I was hearing a guy. I'm pretty sure I heard a guy. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm just paranoid. I'm just a little paranoid. And that's okay. It's fine to be a little on edge sometimes, you know? Sometimes that's just the way life makes us out to be. I'm just a guy trying to talk about stuff while digging trees and keeping an eye out for things that could hurt me. I say, being head deep in tree. I will say, like, Mario Party, also another game that's not Minecraft that we're going to talk about now. Mario Party is really unbearable to play when you never really play it against people who play it a lot, apparently. Man. Like, and I feel like that's just the way it goes. Like, at least one person will just have like the first like few turns just like be totally against them, you know? But like it really sucks to be like last place because you have no coins, no stars. You like we're 5 turns in and you've only managed to go like less than like 10 spaces because you just keep getting bad dice rolls. Like that sucks to be that guy. I don't know. Also the newest one, like at the end when they award stars, like it feels like instead of like letting people catch up and like potentially creating a tiebreaker situation, it just like decides like one person's gonna win and I don't care who it is. And it gives them all the stars. Like maybe that's not how it is, maybe that's just how the 2 rounds we played went, but that's definitely how it felt. So I don't know how I feel about the newest Mario Party. Maybe that's what I heard. Maybe what I heard was a Koopa dying. That's right, they're Hammer Brothers, right? Man, I don't remember anything about anything. They're zombies, they're Hammer Brothers, they're dry bones, they're drowned, they're whatever, you know? Cool. Down we go. Aw, man. Thank goodness we got more axes. We don't need wood here. It's fine. It's fine. We don't need wood. Wood's a little extra, wouldn't you say? Or maybe that was just the sound of digging wood. I don't remember. I thought I heard something a little extra, but I could be wrong. I don't remember if pillagers are in this version of Minecraft. I don't think they are. But they might be? Because weren't they... I don't know if dolphins are in this game. I don't remember the update numbers. I don't remember the order. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, it all blends together after a while. Like, I remember we had the aquatic update, or at the... that was the update I got to experience on the Switch version of Minecraft. And it was really cool seeing the dolphins, I will say that. I really enjoyed swimming around and playing with dolphins. That was really cool. But, I don't remember which one the pillagers were. Were they after or before? I want to say they were after. But I'm not entirely with it on that. Don't quote me on that. Look it up and prove me wrong. Or right. I don't know. Whichever you need to do. Where's our... Come on. There we go. There we go. We found a hole. I always like to just clear it out all the way. I think it's a fair and fun thing to do. Fun for the whole family. I feel like we do have enough wood. I don't really know what we're going to use it all for, other than making more outpost huts and tools. But at some point, we will need to start doing stuff that's a little different. I feel like at this point, it's just kind of just been resource gathering, slight exploration. We need to explore a lot more. We need to go underground. We need to... Plus, because the world's so small, we need to just grab everything we can. Get as much diamonds, go to the nether. Just really experience everything that this Mario Minecraft world has to offer. Can I get on this again? There we go. Cool. Away you go. Goodbye. But, we'll see. I don't really have any concrete plans with this adventure. I'd like to reach the Ender Dragon, or... I hope it's not the Ender Dragon. I hope it's like the Ender Dragon, but like colored like Bowser. I hope it's just a giant flying Bowser. That'd be hilarious. That would make it worth it. And if it is just the Ender Dragon, like, that's fair. You know? It's not like we're playing as Mario in the Mario mashup. We're playing as a Shy Guy, so it's okay. We'll get to experience what we want, what we can. Even if it means we don't betray the king of the Koopa Troop, you know? Although I suppose the context of, like, being a Shy Guy and living in a in a downed airship would probably be like we're deserters, aren't we? We escaped the Koopa Troop and now we're living life the best we can. That's why all the enemies are trying to get us. It's because we were in the army and we know army secrets, like how Bowser likes his tail massaged and how he likes his shell waxed. Turns out he doesn't need turtle wax. He just needs some sort of other massage wax, or I don't know. Like you wouldn't wax a turtle shell, would you? Like, it's got skin over it, so you don't want to be too rough with it. That's right. Did you know that turtle shells have a little bit of skin over them? So if you brush them lightly with a soft brush, it feels really good for them. And if you gave it if you were to give it a sharp whack, like, it would hurt the turtle. Like, the shell itself is bone, but like it's just modified ribs. It's really cool to think about, like, how that happened over like hundreds of millions of years to just enable this animal to be like allegedly impenetrable, but also like pretty vulnerable in like really dumb ways. Like, they move slow because they're heavy and stuff, so it's easier for a predator to just pick them up and like drop them. That's how birds hunt turtles. I'm not even lying. Big birds will pick up a turtle and fly it up high and drop it on a rock. There's actually a guy who died because of that. He was like this old-timey Greek dude, and he was bald. And apparently an eagle or a falcon or whatever thought he was a rock and dropped a turtle on his head, and he died from that. True story. Allegedly. Like, it's in history books. It's in history accounts, so you'd assume it's true, but you never know. Like, it happened a long time ago. And if you're like me, you don't believe the world existed past last Thursday. It's all just been since last Thursday. Yep. Even if today's Thursday, even if today's Friday, it's only existed since last Thursday. You can take that as you will. That's also a philosophical position. Last Thursdayism. I don't remember if it's actually like tongue-in-cheek or if it's actually like literally serious. Some of those things like are really just thought experiments, and other things are like bizarrely you take it for what it is, and what it is pretty wild. Like we could get talking about flat Earth. That's something. It's kind of like believing birds aren't real, where like the main idea is like people just started it as a joke, and then it became pretty dang self-evident in people's minds, I guess. Like, not self-evident in like the facts or like objective reality, but self-evident in people's like perceptions. I don't know. It's pretty wild. I guess I've never really found it to be too persuasive, but I do think it's kind of neat that the website for one of the flat Earth associations used to say, like, we have members around the world, and it's like, okay. Are you aware of what you just wrote there? Like, I know it's a turn of phrase, but, like, it implies around Earth, you know? Members around the world. And this is why, if you're going to start a cult, if you're going to try to convince people of anything, really, you need to have proofreaders, because little things like that will, and I suppose you could do things like that just to weed out anybody who would read it and, like, think, wait, do you believe this? Are you on your own side? Are you arguing against yourself somehow? And you just end up with the people who can't read or don't care. And you can lead them anywhere you need to. You need $4 million so we can discover the edge of the flat Earth, so we can defeat the army around Antarctica's like hole, so we can find the hollow Earth on the inside. Might as well, right? Might as well combine a few different theories about the planet Earth. Might as well. I don't know. Hollow Earth theory is one of those things that's also pretty neat. Not that I believe it, but like, it was really big. I want to say, like, during like all that like old-timey, like new-timey, like futurism, like when Jules Verne was writing about like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and his like moon stories and whatever, and like all these people are like writing stories about space and under the ocean and inside the Earth. Like, it's a really cool time, like, in terms of literature. It's a really weird time in terms of science. Like, people are just throwing stuff at the wall and hoping it worked. And it's like, that really hasn't changed much. Like, nowadays it's a lot more theoretical because, physics is weird. And you can apparently math out the universe pretty well, usually. But, we can math out the universe. Physics is weird. What else did I want to say there? There was something else. There was something else that would connect it all together, and now I've lost it. And I didn't even go on a different train of thought. I just wasn't quick enough on the draw. That kind of stinks. I was there. I had it prepared, and then, like, the bullet fell out of the gun somehow. It teleported away. That's unfortunate. Oh yeah, I was probably gonna talk about how physics is like that. You know, even today, like, we have to make these big, dumb, like, particle accelerator things that are like cities wide, country wide, just to like find new particles and stuff. Like, that's wild. I don't think it's a waste of money as long as they're finding new stuff, but like, it's wild. And then people make conspiracy theories about, like, why we're doing this, and they're like, it's not because advancing physics has clear dividends, like, clear boons and gifts to society at large. It's because the world ended when we made the first, whatever the first large particle collider was. Was it the Hadron one, or was it one of the other ones? I don't remember. Like, the world ended because we made a black hole. We didn't discover any particles. We made a black hole. That's also pretty wild to me. I like reading about conspiracy theories, mainly because it's fun. It's neat. You can't really believe it too much. Like, it's one of those things where, like, half the people you'll meet in life are smarter than you and half of them are dumber than you. Like, most people are, like, a lot of the people you're gonna meet are not as smart as you are, you know? And, like, and if you're smart, you kind of know, like, where you're not smart. Whereas if you're not smart, you don't know where you're not smart. And, I mean, that's not always the case. Like, there are definitely people who are, like, objectively dumb, but have, like, a pretty good sense of, like, who they are and, like, what they're capable of, I guess. But in general, like, people who lack that ability are also pretty dumb in society's eyes, I guess. I don't know. I feel like when you start talking about stuff like that, it gets really gross real quick, you know? I don't know. I don't really like the whole talk of like people are just predestined to not be able to achieve stuff or predestined to failure just because of the way they like react to things. Like people only know how to do things when we're taught. Like that's kind of that's the boon and the drawback of our big brains. We don't have like we don't have animal instincts. Like we have to be taught everything. So when you have this big dumb amorphous thing called society that expects you to behave in the exact same way as everyone else, but you don't have the exact same education like socially as everybody else, like that's a little unfair. It is kind of unfair. It is pretty dumb. But we haven't really figured out a good way to mitigate that other than like public education, which is probably the greatest equalizer we have ever seen as a species. It's really cool. But it's only as cool as like we invest in it and make sure that people understand how important it is that they can like read and write and like participate in society, you know, like human beings. Or I say like human beings have been around for, I don't know, like 1,000,000 years, 300,000 years. Like what are we gonna call a human being? You know, like I don't know. People get really weird with those kind of questions, and like it's understandable because depending on how you slice it, like you're stripping rights away from people, real people, and even if we're only stripping away like rights and it's not even rights, it would be like adding biases to people who no longer exist, like that's not really good for us either. Like historically, like it's better for us to know like Homo erectus was basically as smart of us but didn't have like the 1,000,000 years of culture built into it, you know? Or maybe Homo erectus wasn't as smart as us. Maybe they were really good at making fires and good at making clothes, and that's about it. We never know. I assume though that like the precursor elements of like our human family were at least as capable of as us in terms of like surviving, because otherwise they wouldn't have survived. But like we don't really know what they were capable of intellectually, because a lot of that we can't see into their brains when their brains don't exist at all, you know? Anymore. Unfortunate. Like, I would love to just have a window into the past. Like, it doesn't have to be like a portal. I don't need to go back in time myself. But if I could just watch, like, that would probably be the only reason I'd want to be immortal, is just to watch the past as far back as I could. That'd be awesome. And I know if it was all just poured into my brain all at once, like, my little human brain would explode. I wouldn't be able to handle, like, 300,000 years of humanity, 1,000,000 years of human-like creatures running around, a few hundred million years of, like, life. Or would it be 1,000,000,000 years of life? Like, that's wild to think about. The Earth has been around for what, 4.5 to 4.8 billion years? Life's existed for 1,000,000,000 years of it? Like, or is it more that life's existed for like 4 to 3.5 billion years, I want to say. Like, life emerged really quick. What we consider complex life took a long time. And then, like, the things we would think of complex life, like vertebrates and invertebrate animals and stuff, like animals, you know, plants, took even longer. Like, that's wild. Like, it'd be really cool to find life on another planet and, like, get some answers. Or, like, life on other planets, plural. Just to get some answers on, like, how does life find a way? Like, is natural selection just the end all be all of like how like life evolves, changes, or survives? On planets with different conditions, like would creatures not experience that? Like what kind of body plans can exist? Like, I don't know. Like at one point animals did have more than like more than five fingers and toes on their hands and feet. But apparently, allegedly, the genes that code your fingers and toes and stuff got mixed in with the genes that control like sexual dimorphism or like just sex traits in general, and like just became like really important. It's pretty wild to think about. I hear something splashing. I don't know where it's splashing from. I don't want to be trapped if someone attacks me. I don't think I would, but it's not fun to think about being ambushed in a forest. Or was it just an animal fell from over here? Am I hearing my own splashing, like, just after the fact? I don't know. Weird. Weird. Yeah. I love learning, but, sometimes it's frustrating. Sometimes certain things kind of, like, gel with the way your brain works, and certain things don't. Like, I like reading about history, but like the numbers and the placement of things just doesn't really like work. Like I don't have any ability to understand that like if like multiple things happened in 1990, like in 1923, like they happened at the same time, you know? Like my brain's just like, oh yes, this event and that event and those events. Which is something I try to do like when I talk about like when I get into like political rants in real life with people, I try to like bring historical facts and try to tie them to like current events. Like a lot of the stuff we experience now are things that people have experienced before, and a lot of the choices like our politicians have to make are based on choices that were already made for them by previous like presidents or congress people, previous judges on the Supreme Court if you're in the United States. Like I don't know, like there's a lot of precedent. It's kind of scary when you have people in power who are willing to throw out precedent. It's also kind of scary when you have people who are blind in their like faith of, or just dogmatic would be the word, towards like a precedent, even if it's like clearly harming people now, because life changes really quick. I don't know. I don't have any answers. I'm not a prognosticator. I'm not a smart guy with my hand on like the political will of the people. I just think that we need some change. That's what I'd say. And the workers need more than change. They need dollars, baby. They need money. They need to be rewarded for their hard work. I say as somebody who got a 2-part holiday bonus of points to use on the online store of the retail store, the employee only store. We get to buy stuff with points, and then we get to have taxes taken out of our I hear a spider. Then we get to have the taxes taken out of our paycheck. It's hilarious. But also we got a nice thing where we're getting an extra week of like 10 or 20%, not 10 or 20% off, but like an extra week of like bonus savings, I guess you could say, for employees only. But that just incentivizes, and I guess this is my thing, working in a retail store, working in retail in general. Like, It's always amazing to me when the best bonuses we can get are things that incentivize us to give more money to the store that we work at. Like, oh my goodness. I don't know. It reminds me of stories of the before times where people would live in would like where's that spider? It's somewhere. It's probably just in that little area down there, isn't it? It's below me. I don't have to worry. It's below me. But yeah, in the before times where people would work in their company town and buy their things they needed from the company store and live in the company land and in the company apartments, and if they couldn't afford to continue living and working for the company, they just got exiled. You know, basically. People lived and died working and living in a company, and that's pretty wild to me. I think our human existence should be a little better than letting impersonal, giant, amorphous groups control all the resources on our finite planet. But that's a statement of a political will, I guess, you know. I guess just keep reading, learning, doing your best. That's all we can do, I guess. Or we could just say no and have a good time, you know? If you want to have a good time, do it up. Don't listen to me. Like, I'm playing Minecraft. I'm playing Minecraft in a really, really weird way. A really repetitive, unfun way sometimes. But when it works out, that's what makes it all worth it. When the plans you made today work out in the future, that's what makes it all worth it. And sometimes they don't. Sometimes you peter out. Sometimes life changes. Sometimes life gets in the way. But when the things you do today work out later, that is always really cool. That's the big win-win right there. That's the big planning win right there. I wish I was better at planning. I'm not. I make plans and then am forced to give them up because they were unreasonable. Yeah, I'm hearing a thing. I know I'm hearing a thing. Wow, we are almost at the hour, and we haven't done anything except do a bunch of trees up. I mean, that's fair. You'd think we'd get more wood. You'd think we'd have more wood. Oh well. How many trees can it be, Michael? 5 or 6? Okay, so the noise I'm hearing is when I'm chopping the wood. Okay. Weird. That is weird. I don't know what that's about, but I don't like it. It's making me paranoid. Of course, nothing can really make you as paranoid as, like, if you know, like, old American folklore, like, some of that stuff gets pretty paranoia-inducing. Like, knowing about, like, hide-behinds and stuff, like, even though they're, like, really hokey, it's still kind of creepy to think that there's, like, allegedly these things that can, like, that are just always going to be hiding behind you in the woods and they'll make you disappear. Like, I don't know, that's creepy. It's creepy. Have any of you guys ever read the Tales to Tell Alone in the Dark books? Man, those things were very scary when I was a kid. With the creepy drawings and stuff, like, man. I think I own, like, the first 3, I want to say. I think I got, like, old library copies from, like, a thrift store. Maybe I should pull them out and read them again. See if they're still scary. Honestly, the thing that used to scare me as a kid the most, and I'm not even kidding, is like stories about like alien abductions and like cattle mutilation. Like there's some really horrifying stories, and like a lot of it's just like they make the story scary to keep people reading, so like you'll buy the book and whatever. But like, man, like Buddy the Horse is a pretty scary account. When you're reading an account where it's like, yeah, he was clearly taken by aliens. The other horses ran off so they didn't get abducted and basically torn apart alive. I don't know. It's definitely a very scary narrative, I would say. But I guess like one thing I've always thought, like, what would even be the point of like cattle mutilation for an alien? Like, I know like in the lore it's like they need to study earth animals, or they need like chemicals from the dead animals, so they're just stealing them in a way where they can get it so they can feed or whatever, or save their dying race. Like, I don't know. I feel like if cow and horse organs are the only thing that can save your people, like, there's easier ways to get them than just, like, randomly tearing apart a few animals, you know? Like, you could literally just take a few animals wholesale and then, like, breed them for the rest of the time you need them, you know? But, maybe that's a human idea, and aliens would never think of it. I don't know. I feel like answers like that are really sassy, but also like kind of in the theme of like aliens would think and do things in ways we couldn't anticipate. Like if they're truly alien. Like they've got entirely different like history and culture and set of values than we would ever have. And maybe like it's all the same. Maybe we just live in a simulation or in a video game and like everything's just copy pasted exactly the same. Doesn't matter if it's a planet 800 billion light years away. It's all the same. It's all Earth. It's all just the solar system. That's the only place where life happens. That'd be really dumb. I would hate that so much. Like at that point, just make God real. Just make sure God's real. Like I'll accept the Lord Jesus Christ. I'll accept SpongeBob or Buddha. I don't care. Just make some God real. I don't want to live in a copy-pasted simulation. Like, come on, programmers. Come on, universe devs. Like, step up your game. Make some make some unique planets, darn it. And it's like, yeah, we made an infinite amount. It's just that all the unique ones, life doesn't happen on them. They only happen on our copy-pasted Earth one. We don't know how it happened, but because it happened once, we copy-pasted it everywhere, so life could exist everywhere, you know? And it's like, are we the first one? It's like, heck no. You are Earth. You're Earth 8,800,672,000. Like, I don't know. That'd be, I don't know, I guess I could accept it. You know, after talking about it a while, I could maybe accept being part of a copy-pasted Earth simulation. Especially if it means, like, there's another... if there's another, like, infinite amount of Earths that are in the exact same situation, that'd actually be kind of funny. Is it funny in a bad way? Yes. But it's kind of funny. I could accept it. But yeah, we talked about a lot of weird things. Conspiracy theories, a little bit of politics and history. Smash Bros, Animal Crossing, Mario Party. Been a, I want to say productive day, but like all we did was make that forest look a little worse, I feel. And we didn't even get through all our axes, like that's the cool thing. Someday we'll explore that again. Someday. we'll go through and get stuff done. Not today. Not today. Alright, we're gonna go to bed one more time. Then we'll probably use up the axes. I think that would be a good stopping point, is breaking all the axes. I know that kind of prolongs the pain a little bit, but... Okay. I understand how that's a spider eye now. I didn't at first. It seems pretty weird, but, naturally, the, Mario Universe spider eyes can't be gross. They have to be, pleasant and nice to look at. Or at least pleasant-y, you know? Pleasant-ish. Pleasant adjacent. Oh boy, it's everybody's favorite Mario song. Let's run down that slide or start a hoedown. You never know. Jump on a flying ship and fall off of it millions of times. Can you get the 7 stars? And Rainbow Cruise? I don't know. I can't. I gave up a long time ago. Oh, we got him. Okay. I didn't think I did. So we just keep on chopping down trees, chopping down trees. Oh my goodness, chopping down trees. What does that even mean? Or would it be chopping down cheese? Whatever could that mean? I don't know, but we'll find out someday. All I know is I gotta play a lot of Smash Bros. After this. I am not prepared for this upcoming week, but we'll get prepared. We will definitely do what we can. After all, that's all I can do. Doing what I can. Should be fun though. Gonna play some Princess Daisy for December. It's gonna be a Daisy December. We're gonna be having Princess. Man, I should play Super Mario Wonder instead of New Super Mario Brothers. Play as Daisy the whole way through. Just have it be a Daisy December. That'd be funny. But I know we're gonna play New Super Mario Brothers 2. That's gonna get uploaded as well. We're gonna have some fun with it. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. You know, the New Super Mario Brothers as a game, as playing them through, you know, I appreciate them a lot more than I did. Especially like alternating between Super Mario Advance and the new Super Mario Brother games. Like, they're not bad. Like, I can definitely understand why people are tired of them and excited to see like Super Mario Wonder and other like Mario initiatives being started. Like, I am too. But at the same time, like, I don't know. Mario's never had that strong of level design other than like, I really want to say it peaked with like Super Mario Brothers like 2 or 3. It's kind of mean to say it, but like, I don't know, there's just so many random things that have never happened in a Mario game up until like the new Super Mario Brothers. Like, where you can tell like there were, whether it's like Miyamoto or like somebody else, you can tell the devs just had ideas that they wanted to see happen for like decades. Like, oh, we finally have a game powerful enough to drop snow on people constantly. We're gonna make a level based on that. Oh, can we drop spiders on people too? I don't see why the heck not. Like, I don't know. It's always really cute to like read an interview whenever a new Nintendo game comes out, like with the lead developer, and have them be like, yeah, I had this idea for this game since like the Super Nintendo era, and I'm really excited to finally be able to do it now. And it's like, geez, wow. You guys have been doing this forever. Longer than I could. But yeah, I'm excited that... Or not excited, but I'm happy that, like, a lot of the things, like, Miyamoto wanted to do for, like, the Super Mario Brothers series, like, he's managed to, like, achieve. Like, having rideable dinosaurs and, four-player, like, co-op action, like, that's pretty cool. It's really cool that that could happen. Even if it took, like, 10 or 20 years to achieve, like, it's really great that it happened. Like, can you imagine the state of gaming if, like, 30 years later you still can't achieve your dreams of making your ideal game? And, like, some cases I could understand that. Like, if you wanted to make a one-to-one, like, representation of the world and just let people live a second life in a video game, like, I don't think we're quite there yet, buddy. Maybe, if somebody really wanted to work at it, but I don't think you could make a one-to-one representation of the world and, not have that be like a giant horrible thing. But I could be wrong. Maybe it wouldn't really be that bad. I don't know. It's just wild to think, like, in the future we'll have computers with, like, storage capacities way larger than our terabytes. Like, I don't know. It's been a pretty wild ride to go from, like, having like having a USB drive that's like 8 megabytes and having that be like a big one to having like a single gigabyte to having terabytes of stuff on like a little flash drive. Like, that's wild. I really hope all you younger people appreciate that. It's just been data storage and just how much things have expanded in size since I was a kid. Like, you could get any flash drive you could find in a store today, and you could fit all of the NES games, Super Nintendo, and N64 games on one really easy peasy. I can guarantee it. But nowadays, you have games that, like... You have games that take years to make, aren't that good, and are larger than the entire library of, like, any retro system. Like, that's wild. To be fair, for a lot of games that aren't like Nintendo ones, that's just voice acting. Voice acting takes up so much space. But we love it, so they keep doing it, you know? It's nice to not have to read everything. And sometimes the people actually are, like, really good at voice acting, and they actually, like, make you feel like you're engrossed in this world. Engrossed. Like, you're invested. Like, you're not taken out of it, you know? Sometimes you get a really cool dub where, like, clearly the people who were getting paid weren't getting paid enough and didn't really care. And that's funny in its own... That's really cool in its own way, too. Like, it's funny. It's not funny that that happened to them. Like, obviously everybody should be in a position where, like, they enjoy their work and they're not getting exploited or forced into, like, subpar working conditions. But, you know, sometimes you get a really cool, funny dub. And that's always really cool. I'm, you know, as somebody who grew up with, like, the Samurai Pizza Cats, like, I love gagged up kind of stuff. I like it when people get really silly. I think that kind of gives a work a life of its own, separate from its original intention. And that's something I can appreciate. And I might just be saying that because I'm just like that weird artist guy where it's like, hey man, as long as people are making work, I don't care. Let me consume it. I want to consume all the human stuff. And someday maybe I'll have tendrils and compound eyes and I'll consume all the humans, period. That'd be really cool. I mean, it wouldn't be like with all the screaming people would do as you try to eat them, but I don't know. I think it would be kind of neat. to go on a blob rampage on the world. That's a game I really wish... There are two horror games that I really wish existed. And that is, like, literally just let me play as the blob. I want the classic blob, but I want to play as it. I want to consume everybody. And, like, we can give it a lot of weaknesses so that it's not, like, an instant win. You just, you know, you just roll around like some sort of evil, all-consuming Katamari, you know? Like, we could be, like, weak to fire and cold and whatever. Like, high temperatures, low temperatures, you gotta be, like, going at the right times. Like, have like the Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, like, little temperature gauge, so, like, you're constantly, like, burning up or melting or whatever. Like, that'd be funny. And then the other idea would be, like, the Thing. Like, let me be the Thing, except instead of, like, you're in a base on Antarctica, like, you're just in a random city. Let me try to, like, assimilate everyone in this city without getting caught. I think that'd be an awesome game. Or, like, the manga anime Parasite. Like, let me be in charge of this alien invasion, or let me be a pawn in this alien invasion. Like, that would be really cool. And if we want to get silly with it, like, instead of doing Parasite, let's just do Invader Zim, but we're a competent Urkin, you know? We got this. We'll conquer the earth easy peasy style. Or let us be an even more incompetent Urkin than Zim was, you know? Let us conquer the planet in the almighty Talus's name instead of Zim. That'd be really cool. And it's not that I'm explicitly anti-human here, it's just like, I don't know, you play games enough and it's like, yeah, I don't respect the rights of the people in video games. And it's not like I'm a total sociopath destroying everything, but like, I don't know, sometimes it's just fun to just do whatever. Sometimes. Okay, that tree scared me. I saw it fall and it's like, what that? That was some new hopping weird thing. But no, it was just a tree that fell in a weird way. When will we be done? When will we be done? Still got 2 3/4 axes. That's too many axes. Can I ask you a question? I don't have a question. I'm sorry. But yeah, like, I would really love to see, like, either The Thing or The Blob get translated into a video game. Especially, like, I know people are tired of open world stuff, but, like, maybe it's not the open worldness that they're tired of. Maybe it's just, like, people are tired of, like, games that take 800 hours to play, you know? Maybe people are tired of games where, like, the world size is too big to ever fully explore. Like, maybe people just need an open world sandbox that's a more manageable thing. Something you can do as an adult in the time off after school. After work. Or before work, you know? Some people, the only free time they have is like the hour or two before they go to work. I don't know, that's pretty bleak. I literally know a lot of people. Oh, hey. I see a friend. He wants to end my life. Can't let him do that. Oh, he's got me. Dead to rights. No, he doesn't. I'm not scared. Hey, buddy. Aw. Come on. Oh, goodness. You really launched me. And took off my HP. Still there. We'll get revenge. I'm really eating food, though. Wow. I'm a hungry guy. Oh, I see you. You're still there. Do you see me, idiot? He doesn't. All he knows is shame for his vile actions against me. Hey, how are you shooting through this tree? Nice. And let that be a lesson to everyone. I can be aggressive when I need to. We just had to get a good position. Yep. Sometimes that's all you need is a better position. Like the new chair, I say it's a new chair, it's an old chair that I'm using. It's pretty garbage. It's better than no chair, and it's better than my chair that is a hazard, but it is an older chair. It squeaks a lot, but if I push it into my bed, then I can't move at all, which is neat. On one hand, I'm kind of stuck in the same area. On the other hand, I don't know, it's a little uncomfortable. I kind of miss being able to move around as much as I used to. That's truly the trade-off there. On one hand, I have more control over my environment. On the other hand, I have less control over what I can do. Truly, these are unfortunate times. But it'll be fine. At some point we'll finally be done with these axes. We'll finally be done chopping down trees. I can feel my will slipping away from me. I may have bit off more than I could chew. But it's fine. It's fine. Because next time we'll be able to do something a little more fun. We'll be able to do something a little more fun, a little more engaging than just chopping down trees. And then hopefully very soon we'll be done making all these dirt towers and outposts. And we'll be able to move on and explore the underground. I stared at the sun and actually got too much light in my eyes. That was too bright. I didn't know that the Minecraft sun could do that, but apparently it can. So now I learned another thing. Minecraft sun is too bright, don't stare at it. Come on, game. Let's keep going. Oh my goodness, how many more trees must there be? Of course, who says I have to chop them all down? Maybe we can just say it's goodsies as it is, right? We will move you like that. And when we fill up that, that's good enough for me. And if we end up having destroyed all our axes to do that, that's fine. And if we end up not, that's also fine. I am no longer here for it. We have been doing this for way too long. And it's been okay for the most part. Like, we got to talk about a lot of dumb stuff, a lot of cool stuff. But, I'm getting tired of it. I want to do something else. I want to have fun. I'm sure you guys do too, right? We may all be in this together, but you guys get to turn off the whole thing if you don't want to be here. I'm stuck here. I already did it all. I am doing it all. Oh my goodness. That's kind of the neat thing about like video making. It's like, in the moment, as I'm recording this, I'm here. In the moment, while you're watching this, I'm not here, but I was here. You're watching a 2D representation of me doing stuff. And it's not even a 2D representation of me, like there is no representation of me, it's just gameplay and my voice. Like I'm barely even there at all. That's wild. That is wild to think about, isn't it? What constitutes me being here, you know? What constitutes you being here? It's a little easier for you to make the proof that you're here, right? Whereas I can't really make the case that I'm here in your computer, or your television, or whatever you're watching YouTube on. I don't know. Oh, we already filled the thing up. Cool, cool. Nice. Well, that's it for me. That's it for me and all these trees. Hooray. I suppose we should plant some more over in here. Oh, there's one over there. Okay. That might be too many. Okay. There we go. It'll be fine. It'll be a-okay. We've certainly done a lot of... I'm gonna be mad if that's too much wood. It shouldn't be. It should be fine. But I will be a little mad if that's too much wood. Just a little bit, though. Yes, I hear you. Being obnoxious. What am I seeing? Oh, squid. Bloopers. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Ah, got it. I understand. Boop. Neat. Neat. Wow, look at that go. Look at all that planting. Farming is truly what separates us from the animals. Ho-hum, hooray. To be fair, there are ants that like farm fungus, so that's kind of neat. Maybe we're all just dumb bugs in the end. I refuse to accept that, but I'm sure somebody could write a thesis about that. Saying even though all terrestrial animal life is basically just insects, or not insects, but you know, the arthropods, and we're all just arthropods and lobe-finned fish, really, when you think about it. And even if you don't think you're an arthropod, everything becomes a crab eventually. Remember that. How can you return to monkey when you're destined to become a crab? That sounds like a weird philosophy book. With like with a basis rooted in like pseudo-scientific like first grade level understanding of like evolution. I'm calling it here, folks. That's how I'm gonna become rich. I'm gonna write weird psychology books based on like really obscure and bizarre interpretations of current mainstream scientific theories. And when I finally made my millions, I'm going to honestly, I'd probably just screw off and make all the art I want to make, you know? Oh, man. To live a life without deadlines, to live a life where I could just do whatever I want. Make all the sculptures I want. That'd be bliss. Or I say it would be, but I'd probably get tired of it. I don't know. I just can't endure the same thing every day. It's part of why I get really tired with like retail. 'Cause that's how it is. And on one hand, like, I say I get tired of retail, but it's like, yeah, but the days where things don't go the same way, those are the worst ones, usually. It's like, that is true. That is also very true. What am I looking at? What am I trying to do here? Let's get set up for tomorrow. I think that would be, or not tomorrow, but you know, next week, next time. What do I need to get rid of? What do I need? Well, we want to keep that, definitely. I'll probably want sticks. I don't really care where I'm throwing everything. It doesn't really matter right now. I don't think we'll need axes. We may need sand. I don't know. I don't remember how we did it. Let's go down here. Let's see, what do I need most of all? Oh, food. That's right. Duh. Where's my daily bread? Oh no. Just let me create it all at one go. Why do I have to do this? Okay. There we go. Do we have wheat? We do not have wheat. Okay. Okay. I'm fine with this. There we go. And we'll probably have to do a few more things, but we can do that next time. So next time we will be making more outposts. Whoa, there's a pokey on my thing. Why? Why is he there? Hey. Hey. Get out of here. Shoo. You're not allowed to be here. Nice. That's how it should be. Stepping on my area, my property, like he owns the place. What a strange being. This is home sweet home. How dare you besmirch it? Okay. Seriously though, got some bread. Messed around with the woods. Oh boy, it's gonna be a lot of work to get anything done, isn't it? Next time we'll probably be making more outposts. Maybe just going for all the ones we made all around there. It'd be nice to finish up the dirt towers too though, but we'll see. I feel like it all takes a while to do. So yeah, that'll be next time. I'll see you there. Hopefully this wasn't too boring. Hopefully the things I said were really fun. Hopefully my sound settings for the microphone aren't terrible. And that's a lot of hope. That's a lot of hope, and that's not always good, you know. You can't hope. You gotta do your best to make your own reality as good as possible, you know. Apparently I'm not doing that. Oh no. But yeah, I'll see you next time. It should be fine. It should be fine. I'm not worried. Once we're done with all the dirt towers and the outposts, we'll start digging around. Gotta start finding everything we can underground. We gotta go to the nether. We gotta get diamonds, you know? We gotta get the diamond stuff. Go to the nether. Go to the end if it's in this game. I think it is. I think it is. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to make progress. It's been pretty slow going, but you know what? We gotta build a strong foundation to get anywhere. You know, we had to find a home, we had to make a farm, a series of farms, and we got a lot of areas where we can get resources, and we're gonna do what we can for as long as we can. I don't know how long we're gonna be doing this, but it's gonna keep going for the foreseeable future. So thank you for being here with me on this little adventure. I'll see you next time. Bye. Oop, staring at the sun. Oopsie doopsies.